This is Venkat. Today we are going to discuss about the sales module. Let us question ourselves, what is a sales module? Sales module allows us to store and manage customer and product related data. All the organizations use this data to manage all the sales inquiries, quotations, ordering and invoicing of their goods. For your information, this module is tightly integrated with purchase, production planning and finance. If I talk about the sales module, in short we call it as a OTC, means order to receipt. Now I will explain you in the flow chart how the sales module will work. Whenever the inquiry received from any customer, there is a sales inquiry form which will be entered by the end user. Okay, if there are any changes in the inquiry, so the revisions will happen in the inquiry. When inquiry is received, the end user will check the customer is the existing customer or potential customer. If it is existing customer, he will select that customer and he will talk about the required product. If it is a potential customer, then the end user will create the customer name in his master data. Okay, so once the customer creation is done or the existing customer is selected, then he will check the inquired product, whether this is an existing product or new product. If it is an existing product, the salesperson will send the quotation to the customer. If it is a new product, they will check the feasibility, whether they can supply the inquired product or not. Okay, if they are able to supply, they will build the product, and this product building will be done by the R&D department, research and development department. In case if they are not able to supply this inquired product, they will hold and they will inform client. We will take a scenario that they will supply this product, then they will enter the sales quotation. Once quotations are sent to the customer will confirm the price along with the terms and conditions. Once the salesperson gets the acceptance, they will create a sales order referring to the sales quotation. Okay, once sales order is received, based on the due date, the product readiness will be arranged. Okay, again in the sales order there are credit terms will be mentioned. Okay, based on the credit terms and the payment terms, the amount will be collected from the customer. Okay, once the sales order is done, there is a procedure of logistics. The logistics department will deliver this product using delivery challan or packing slip. Okay, once the delivery challan and packing slip is prepared, now it will affect the physical inventory stocks. Okay, once the packing list and packing slip is prepared, so there is one more document which is called performa invoice. This invoice is basically to collect the payment before sending a sales invoice. So based on the terms and conditions, this performa invoice is prepared and the advance or payment confirmation will be given by the customer. Once this is done, the salesperson will prepare the sales invoice document referring to the delivery challan and packing slip. Okay, so once the sales invoice is done, the account receivables will be updated, and if advance is received, the receipt is passed against the customer. Here the sales module ends. This is the total sales flow of order to receipt. In the real scenario, I will show you how the sales module will work in Focus-9 ERP. Okay, log into Focus with your credentials and just check what is the sales flow here. I'm just going to design workflow. Here I will select the required workflow. I'm selecting the local sales workflow. I just press tab. Now see here, as I explained in the flow chart, the sales flow starts from inquiry. Okay, I have an inquiry document, I have a quotation document, I have sales order document, then I have a delivery note, then I have a sales invoice. Okay, this is one flow. In case if we are giving any samples to the customer, there is one more flow which we called as DC sample out versus DC sample in. Whenever goods are given to customer as a sample, this will be given through a DC sample out voucher. Whenever the customer returns those goods, that will be received with a DC sample in voucher. In case if the customer is not returning these goods, in future the sent goods will be invoiced. This is how the sales flow will work. Now in the real scenario, I will just show you how the transactions will be done in the sales module. I'll just go to the sales inquiry, local sales inquiry or sales inquiry. Okay, I click on new. Here again I have a header part, body part and the footer part. Okay, in the sales inquiry I have a document number, date. Okay, here I think they have activated the sales account. Actually this is not required. We can remove this sales account from here because it is an inquiry. Okay, again I click on new. Here I will see the sales account is removed. Okay, so the document number is your inquiry number. The date will be your current date when the inquiry is sent to the customer. I will select the customer. I will check whether the existing customer or a potential customer. If it is existing customer, I will select the customer name. Okay, if it is a potential customer, I will just click on the customer account. So it will allow me to create the new customer name. I will give all the details of new customer along with the GST details and all the details. Okay, based on this I will enter all the details and I'll click on save. Once this is saved, I can see this customer name in the master data and I can get that customer name here. Okay, I'm just selecting a customer, a local customer. Then again I have a sales executive through which sales executive this inquiry is routed. Okay, then I have a cost center here, as I explained in my previous video why this cost center is used. Okay, then I select the item. Okay, I will just type the item name here. I will see whether the product is existing or not. If the product is not existing, I just double click on the item name. Again here I have a provision to create the new item name and its details, and I can give the units. I have a unit master here. I can even select what is the unit of that particular item. If there are any GST details, I can even mention the GST details here. Okay, so I go with the existing product. If at all any description I have to give, I can even give the description here. Okay, so I will mention what is the quantity is being inquired by the customer. If at all any remarks, I can enter the remarks and I'll save. Once this inquiry is saved, okay, this inquiry basically we maintain in the ERP for our records. Okay, if customer is requesting a quotation for this particular inquiry, then I have to go with a sales quotation. Okay, I go to the sales quotation, local sales quotation. Okay, I click on a pending inquiries. Here all the pending inquiries will be listed. I just select this and I click on convert. When I click on convert, all the details from the sales inquiry will be copied into the sales quotations. So I can see the inquiry number here as well as in the body also, and I can see the inquiry date. If at all, if I want to give any narration, I can give the narration here. Okay, I just save this. Once this is saved, and this quotation can be emailed to customer as well as we can send a physical template to the customer. Okay, once the quotation is sent, there will be a verbal communication between the sales executive and the customer. If customer is interested to go with this given quotation price, okay, now here you see I don't have the price. There is a facility to customize and we can even put the price here. Okay, the rate and gross is hidden here. I'm just unchecking this and update this. Again I go into the inquiry. I can see the rate and gross here. So I will give my best price to the customer. Okay, so if I increase any quantity, so the gross will be calculated according to the quantity and rate. Okay, I just save this. Okay, once this quotation is saved, if customer is accepting to go with this quotation, then he will place a order through his purchase order. Okay, once the purchase order is received, the same is being entered in the sales order. Okay, whenever I click on the sales order, I will see all the pending quotations. When I click on the pending quotations, I will see all the pending quotations here. I just select the quotation, required quotation, and I'll click on convert. So when I click on convert, all the details from the quotation will be copied into the sales order. This place of supply according to India GST we have to enter. Okay, or we can preload also. Here the PO number what we have given is the customer PO number and customer PO date. Okay, so here you can see the inquiry number is copied from the previous document. Quotation number is also copied from the previous document, and in the body you can see all the details are copied here. Okay, if at all if you want to give any description, you can give the description. Okay, now we have seen rate and gross also copied. There is a discount column, there is a discount percentage column, and there is a discount amount column. In case after negotiation, if you want to give any discount, yes, you can give the discount. And according to the GST norms, if the person is within the state, the CGST and SGST is applied. If the customer is out of the state, then IGST is applied. Okay, I'm just entering the percentage. Here it is not taking because this CGST SGST is purely loaded from the price book. Okay, if we update the price book, then this tax percentages will be loaded here. Okay, I'm just saving this order. Once this order is saved, now according to the order there is a due date. Here the due date is not there. Even we can give the due date also. Okay, there is an option here to give the due date. There is a settings option. There is a settings option here. In the miscellaneous, we have a due date. This due date can be given in header. Once this is set, you can update it. Okay, just open the sales order again. You can see the due date. If I want to deliver these goods by so and so date, I can mention the due date here. Okay, now after this, there are so many reports which you can see between these documents. Okay, so the reporting part I will just show you once the complete flow is done. So we have done with the sales order. Now the next document is in the workflow is a delivery note, the local delivery note. Okay, I click on a delivery note, I click on a pending sales order. Here it will display all the pending orders which are not yet dispatched. So I click this and I will click on convert. Okay, again in the DO you can give the full quantity or partial quantity. If it is a partial quantity, you can change the quantity and you can deliver these goods to the customer. Okay, here whenever you are making a DO, you have to select a warehouse from which warehouse these goods are being withdrawn. Okay, select the warehouse name and click on save. Once this is saved, now it will affect your inventory as I mentioned in my flowchart. If you go to the stock ledger and I select all the products or any required product also, you can select and press OK. Date range I can give as on date, or I can give the range also from and to date, and I press OK. Here you see we received this item 10 numbers, and again this item has been issued through this voucher. Okay, 10 numbers. Now the balance quantity is showing 0. Like this you can see many reports, inventory reports. Okay, now if you see a stock movement report, it will show you received 100, okay, and issued quantity, received is 10 and issued quantity is 10. The balance quantity is 0. Okay, like this you can get many reports. If you are done with the delivery challan, the next following document is either proforma invoice or sales invoice. If you are taking a payment before delivering the goods, you can generate a proforma invoice and send to the customer. Okay, in case if you are receiving a payment after delivering the goods, you can make a sales invoice. I am just making a sales invoice here. I click on a pending delivery notes. I will get all the pending delivery notes which are not yet invoiced. I select this and click on convert. Okay, here when you are converting, all the contents from delivery challan, it will be copied into the sales invoice. Here I will select the required sales account. Again, this sales account we can even put this particular field into the body if it is a different sales account for each line of item. Okay, so all the contents are copied here. Okay, so you can see all the contents are copied here. Now you see the rate is copied. Okay, if at all any taxes, you can mention the taxes. The taxes will be picked from the price book. Okay, now you see here there is a net value, there is a round off value, and when you click on the net, it will show all the summary. So I am just saving this. When you save this voucher, you will get a bill reference pop up. Okay, this bill references pop up, you will get whether if you received any advance payment, you can adjust this bill against that advance payment. In case if you have not received this amount as an advance, you can always select as a new reference and click on a pick amount and then save. Okay, when you save this voucher, When you save this voucher, now account receivables will be updated. When I go to a ledger statement, okay, ledger statement, I select customer local A customer account, I press OK. Now you see this particular sales invoice has been accounted for this customer. Now this customer balance is showing debit side. Okay, so whenever you make any sales invoice, always the debits and credits will happen. Now if you go to the same invoice and see what are the debits and credits, you can go to the same invoice, you click on the respective invoice. Here on the right hand side you have a posting details. Here it will show you what are the debits happen and what are the credits happen posted to the ledger account. Now here you see customer A is debited and sales account is credited. This is how account receivables are updated. Once the sales invoicing is done, now the last transaction is to receive the payment from the customer. Now when you receive the payment, it can be either through cash payment or a bank payment, okay, from the customer. So that cash payment and bank payment in our books we will enter in the receipt side. So I just selecting a cash receipt, okay, cash receipt, and I click on new. I select a cash account here, and here the date when you received the cash, and we have to select a cost center, and here payment terms we have given, whether it is a cash or any other payment term we can select it here. Okay, here I select a customer account, customer A local account. When I click here, I just type 1500. okay, I can receive partial payment as well as full payment. Now I am showing you full payment. Here I can see what are the pending bills of the customer. I click on the adjust amount and click on pick amount. So the amount what I have received, it will be adjusted against this bill. One amount can be adjusted to many bills also. Okay, I press OK and then I save. Okay, once this is saved, okay, here also you can see the posting details. Now here you see the cash is debited and customer is credited. Let us go and see in the ledger of the customer account. Okay, I'll just select the customer account, customer A local account, okay, and press OK. Now you see previously when I show you the ledger, it was showing only debit side. Now you see there is an amount adjusted credit side. Okay, now you see the balance is showing 0. That means here the complete sales workflow ends. So we have started from inquiry to receipt. Okay, so this is called order to receipt process. So OTC process will start from inquiry to receipt. Okay, now all the account receivables are updated. Okay, so once this is done, we are done with the sales module. Same like we have export sales, the flow is same for all the sales module. Based on the customer requirement, end user requirement, the implementation can be done within one transaction or multiple transactions. If customer is insisting that even sales transaction of local sales and export sales should happen in one screen, yes, we can implement that way. Or if they are interested to do it in a separate screens, yes, we can implement in that order also. Thank you for watching sales module. Okay, let us meet in the next upcoming videos.